Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. And I'm recording this on Saturday after having done the cyber crop. I have one more challenge left in the cyber crop. The last time I looked, it hadn't been published yet. So I thought I'd squeeze this in and then I'm not filming any of the cyber crop ones. Not sure why, just not doing it. This is the original for this week. It's got this kind of strange diagonally cut piece of paper, and I think I had to, when I went to cut mine, I had to realize that it was actually a straight up and down piece of paper that they made diagonal cuts into, one up at the top and one at the bottom, and then you have the straight pieces. And I didn't cut mine perfectly. I kind of put it in my trimmer, and I took about a 7-inch piece and put it in my trimmer and cut this side, and then I turned it over and lined it up in my trimmer so that it was parallel with this, so that this lined up to a straight line. And then I cut the ends off. So no magic to it, and I probably did it wrong, and there's probably a much easier way to do it. And this is a sheet of Paige Evans paper that came in a Palooza kit from Christina Sorge, and I have kind of separated the kit pieces out. I have this photo of Katie, and the original has like 3 frames behind the photo and then a couple small frames down in a cluster right about here. And the photo cluster kind of goes up here. And then they've got some scallops kind of running along there. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. And then I've just kind of brought some things out of various places. My junk bowl, my flair bowl, my bowl of Bramble Fox goodies that I hadn't used yet, some flowers from Cocoa Vanilla, and I've got another set of floral ephemera, and it has a small frame in it, and then there's this sticker sheet that has this frame and this label and this. I have no idea how it's all going to come together, and just in case none of the bits and pieces of frames that I have work, I might do, let's see, where did my trimmer go? I'm going to have to grab my trimmer because my cart actually rolled away. I spent the morning scrapping, and as I'd get things scrapped before the next challenge would be announced, I would do some more in putting together my project cart that Vicki Booten told me to buy. She insisted that I buy it. That's absolutely not true. She mentioned how useful they are to her. And so I bought it, and my, as you know, I have lost my guy who puts things together, and I don't like this today's the day, but I can put stuff over it. What I do like is the frame is kind of cool. I'm going to put the main frame. This has to kind of stick to the paper. This can't be that can't be popped up. So I'm going to pop up the flowers that are inside it, which is the opposite of the lift I'm doing. And I've gone through and I've pulled out all the blue kinds of flowers. I'm going to do the photo like that, and then I'll do the rest of it in pieces of frames. I'll do it like that. Okay, and I just brought a bunch of junk to the table and I have no idea whether I'm going to use it or not. This is a photo that I took of Katie at the hockey game that we went to celebrate Ava's survival of cancer, her victory in the fight against cancer. I'm gonna maybe do that one right there. I don't really want it to overlap. There, that will work. And this is kind of a cool pattern right here. I could do this maybe like that. Let me do something crazy here. I'm gonna do this. Like that, and then I can put an embellishment there, but I am going to raise this up on foam. And I will put this through the foam part. I'll just leave that like that, and I will pull one of the flair pieces that doesn't look great like that. So I'm gonna try this across the top of there. And it may not look so much like that's cut. And I am kidding myself if I think that's the case. So yes, I'm aware that it does look cut, but I'm trying to use scraps and pieces of things instead of pulling out new frames. Let me get that there. Okay, that seems to work. Would this go anywhere maybe up in, oh, how about over the photo where there's people I don't care about? Okay, that's pretty much stuck there, so it's gonna have to stay. I have this, which isn't exactly a frame, and it's kind of, if there was a way I could scooch it up under there. I've got this one which I can then cover that up with something. I think I'm going to do that, but again, prop it up a bit. I don't want those pins showing, so I'm going to get one of these pale blue flowers. Okay, just like that, why not? I'm just gonna cover that up. There we go. Okay, and I've got another frame in here, this one, and I don't really need another one for this cluster, but it's kind of running down here where this other cluster would be. So I could do it kind of like that and then build my cluster kind of on the white side of that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna prop it up. And since I've introduced that kind of buttery color, I may add a buttery looking flower or two. Oh, come now. I haven't cut this evenly. I'm going to do it like that, over instead of under the buttery colored one. And I've got this word explore, which could go down at the bottom of that. And let me pull, I know I brought a few fussy cut butterflies, and I've got some blues, and ooh, I've got a dark blue. Okay, and I've got a buttery colored one. So we're gonna see how these work out. I think I probably would want the buttery yellow one right here next to this word explore if I use it, because this explore kind of clashes. It goes nicely with these blues, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. I've introduced some grayer ones from these days. These are from Sunkissed. And I'm gonna do a small, let me see if I have a really small frame in here. No, those are kind of medium-ish, so I don't want anything that big. Let me get one of these. I'm going to take this and put it here on some foam, and I'll add a flare, and a butterfly. How's that? Let the flare kind of overlap that. And we'll do the butterfly here. I don't know if you saw the lifts that we had for the cyber crop. They'll be out there for you to see for a while. I forget what the date is to turn them in, but oh, it's just some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pages to lift. What they did something a little bit different this time. They had instead of the team, the Scrap Squad team doing the lifts, they invited guest designers, and I'm thrilled to have been one of them. I'm gonna put that on the flare. There we go. I have these orange tickets, and I thought it might be fun to contrast with the blue, but they're too much of a contrast. That's not the mood that I'm picking up from this right now, and so I don't really want to do that. I've got this greenery that could maybe arch through there, and the reason I'm doing that is that I want to obscure the line as much as possible. So if I have this kind of running across there, and then I've got a small sprig that I can add to that kind of repeats that buttery color. Okay, there. And I've got yellow down kind of on this side. I need a little bit up here. So I'm going to try to find a small yellow flower. Let's do a yellow butterfly. Okay, I've got my okay, and I might need a little bit of yellow up there, so maybe a small yellow flower, the one I said I was going to look for here. There's a small yellow flower, but it's with a pink and a blue, but I can hide the pink one and kind of do that and just have it barely showing. That works for me. And this guy's almost done. I will do some journaling about how proud I am of Katie. Lately, she's really kind of stepped up and taken some steps towards her future, and that's really cool. Her dad is really proud of her, and I just love how that filter came out. She hates those glasses that she's wearing, and she wouldn't consider it one of her favorite photos. But I like the filter I used, and I just like how it turned out. Okay, is there anything else I need to put on here? Hello, beautiful. And I think what I'm going to do is put it in the middle of this gray tag and put that tag down there, but of course I'm going to prop it up. And I probably ought to put this on here. I'm going to prop it up too. So I'm just going to kind of stick it there for a minute. All of this stuff is very sticky. The Cocoa Vanilla's adhesive is alarmingly strong. Okay, so I'm going to put it maybe like that. Well, this says hello, beautiful, and that says hello. So I'm glad I caught that. Didn't want to do that. How about precious, lovely. Let's go with lovely. I like that. And the backing has stuck to it, which means, okay, I'm going to put this on it and then cut the rest off. This is when I say it's a strange design, it's one that took me a minute to figure out. I'm going to let it cross the line on the frame. Now let's see, I've got some little tags. I can't run those. They have words on them, but let's see if I have to use those words or if I can hide the words. I can. Okay, so that is good there. I've got this yellow bit right here, which I'm going to cut in half, and I'm just going to let the yellow show. You may be able to see that there are words on it, but it's not, you're not going to be able to read them. I just kind of want to slide it under there. It'll just look like a little white design kind of peeking through. Let me see if I can use the other piece somewhere else. Maybe down here. Okay. If I cut a bunch more off of it, that will work. Okay, there we are. I think we're done. I did not use this flair, and I suppose I could put it over here. Why don't we do that? These are from the Teal Sparkle set in the January release. And they're really beautiful. It's several shades of teal and several shades of gray. And for some reason, that combination kind of really seems to sparkle, which, you know, hence the name. Let's see, could that might go, and that kind of adds a little bit of that slightly peachish kind of color there. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you for watching, and let me bring this up for a close-up. And there you go. I guess, can you see the bottom of that? Yeah, I can see my hand, and I was touching the bottom. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. And in the meantime, if you go to their Facebook group, you'll see all the extra lifts for today's Cyber Crop, and you'll can get those in to the appropriate albums. And I think there are prizes. I'm not, don't quote me on that. I should know, but I don't. In any case, it's 6 new awesome pages that you get a chance to play with. So thanks for watching. Bye.